Elvis Presley, known as the King, was a legendary rock and roll icon, fascinates legions of fans to this day, even though he died 45 years ago. Hi guys, and welcome to Historically. Today we will go through the life story of the legendary Elvis Presley and share with you some facts of the King of Rock and Roll. If you enjoy our videos, please feel free to subscribe to our channel. We share content regularly. Presley was born in humble circumstances in Tupelo, Mississippi on January 8, 1935. His parents were Vernon and Gladys Presley. He was born with a twin, but his brother was stillborn, leaving Elvis to grow up as an only child with a close-knit working family. The family lived in humble circumstances, with little money but lots of love. The family had strong religious roots and attended the Assembly of God Church in Tupelo, which influenced Elvis's life and music throughout his life. Elvis got his first guitar from his parents as a gift in 1946 because they could not afford a bicycle. In late 1948, the family packed up and headed to Memphis in hopes of finding a better life economically. Life in Memphis continued to be hard for the Presleys. They lived in public housing in poor neighborhoods. The family members worked at various jobs trying to get by. In high school, Elvis worked at different jobs to help support himself and his parents. He starts to become known for playing his guitar. There were all-night gospel sings in Memphis, and Elvis was a regular audience member. Presley was influenced by the pop and country music of the time, as well as church gospel music. He began his singing career at the legendary Sun Records label in Memphis in 1954. Sun Records also launched the careers of singers Johnny Cash and Roy Orbison. Elvis had his one and only appearance at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, 1954. The Grand Ole Opry was very important at the time. The appearance did not go well and was a painful disappointment in his early career. In late 1954, Elvis appeared in the live Saturday night country music radio show called Louisiana Hayride. It was during his association with the Hayride that Elvis meets manager and promoter Colonel Tom Parker. In 1955, his recording contract was sold to RCA Victor. He experienced a quick rise to fame and was an international sensation by 1956. His first big hit was Heartbreak Hotel, which sold over 300,000 copies in its first 3 weeks on the market. In 1956, Elvis has a screen test for Paramount Studios and gets a 7-year contract. The movies that Elvis stars in include Love Me Tender, Loving You, Jailhouse Rock, King Creole, G.I. Blues, Flaming Star, Wild in the Country, Kissing Cousin, Girl Happy, Tickle Me, Rustabout, Fun in Acapulco, Viva Las Vegas, Harem Scarum, Frankie and Johnny, Spin Out, Paradise Hawaiian Style, Double Trouble, Easy Come Easy Go, Stay Away, Charo, The Trouble with Girls, Live a Little, Love a Little, Change of Habit. Presley's June 1956 appearance on The Milton Berle Show became one of his most controversial performances, as it pushed the boundaries of the time with a playful, sensational performance of Hound Dog that drove the audience wild. Certain factions of the morally concerned establishment condemned Elvis for his sexy moves and black influence sound. A month later, a formally dressed Elvis sings the song to a live basset hound on the Steve Allen Show on NBC in a toned-down version as a response to the controversy. He makes 3 appearances on the Ed Sullivan Show, the third of which shows him only from the waist up. In December of 1957, Elvis and his family enjoy their first Christmas at Graceland. He officially received his draft notice during this time. In March 1958, Elvis got his famous GI haircut and was inducted into the U.S. Army. Later in 1958, Elvis is stationed in Germany. While he is stationed in Germany, he was introduced to Priscilla Ballot, who he later married. In August of 1958, Gladys Presley was hospitalized with acute hepatitis. Presley was granted emergency leave and visited his mother shortly before she died at the age of 46. Presley was devastated by the death of his beloved mother. In 1967, Elvis and Priscilla were married in a private ceremony at the Aladdin Hotel. in Las Vegas. They had a second wedding reception at Graceland for his friends and family who were not able to come to Las Vegas. Priscilla gave birth to Lisa Marie Presley exactly 9 months after the marriage. Sadly, the marriage did not last, and the couple divorced in 1972. Elvis is credited with challenging the social and racial barriers of the time. He was a pioneer in ushering in a whole new era of American music and popular culture. During the 60s, there is a great deal of change in the music industry and pop culture. Elvis had a big influence on the Beatles, who were the forerunners of the British invasion. In 1969, Elvis was booked for a 4-week engagement at the International Hotel in Las Vegas, which broke all Las Vegas attendance records. Elvis did a number of concert performances in the following years. The multi-talented entertainer starred in 33 movies, made television appearances, and was acclaimed for his live concert performances and records. He has sold over 1 billion records globally, which is more than any other artist. Elvis won many awards, including 3 Grammy Awards and the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. The legendary king died of heart failure at Graceland on August 16, 1977. The world was shocked by the news of his untimely death at the age of 42. Millions of fans adored him for his talents, good looks, sensuality, sex appeal, charisma, and good humor. Elvis came across as a genuine nice guy, although he was famous for his self-indulgent lifestyle. Elvis is considered to be one of the most important figures of the 20th century. The legend of Elvis has grown since his death. Fans continue to flock Graceland to commemorate his death with an annual candlelight vigil at Graceland.